Hello everyone. So this is the video to correct the two different exercises on the use of article. I think it's quite useful to revise some of the rules before jumping into the exercise. So the first one is about the opposition between the article the and the absence of article. So the absence of article is used when you refer to a general concept or when you use a proper noun. The is used to specify a noun, so a noun can be specified if you have already talked about this concept, this object, this noun before, and it can also be specified because you add some details in the nominal group with adjectives or prepositional group. So if we start the exercise, so Ayers Rock is the British name of the biggest monolith on Earth. So here Earth refers to the general environment that we are living in and not just the planet. The Aboriginal name of the rock is Uluru. Then you've got the Aborigines acquired the right to vote. Here we are talking about the Aborigines in Australia, so specified. C. Australia was colonized by the British and Queen Elizabeth II. Here, so we've got the name of the Queen. If we had used just Queen, we would have said, and the Queen is now the head. Okay, so if I recap, Australia was colonized by the British and Queen Elizabeth II is now the head of state because Australia is still part of the Commonwealth. So here we're using the because implicitly it is said or it is understood that it's the Commonwealth of Nations. So here you've got implicitly the prepositional group after. The head of government is the Prime Minister. D. The Aboriginal flag is divided horizontally into halves. The top half is black and the lower half red. There is a yellow disc in the center of the flag. What do the three colors in the flag symbolize? The black represents the Aboriginal people of Australia. The red represents the red earth. So here you can see that the earth is specified by an adjective. So that's why we're using the contrary to this example. The red ochre used in ceremony and Aboriginal people's spiritual relationship with the land. The yellow disc represents the sun, the giver of life. Here, sun is usually used with the. The second exercise is about the opposition between an, the, and nothing, or no article. So, and un have exactly the same meaning and are used in the same situation. Just the difference is that you use in front of a consonant sound and you use un in front of vowel sound. So be careful, we're talking about sound and not about letter. So for example, university starts with the letter U, but y is a consonant sound. That's why you're going to use a university and not with un. We explained it in the previous exercise, and nothing, just to make to remind you that the absence of article can be used in the plural to refer to a general, so can be used with a plural noun to refer to general concept, and can also be used with uncountable nouns, contrary to and un, which can be only used with words that were nouns concept that we can count. So if we start, so A, 85% of the population live in urban areas. So here we've got the case of a general concept with the use of the plural. Immigration is an important feature of the Australian society. B. Meat and wool. So here we talk about meat and wool in general, which are two kind of material that can't be counted, that can't be separated. So meat and wool are Australia's major exports. C. About 1/3 of the country lies in the tropics. Australia has a coastline of 36,735 kilometers. Australians, so general idea of the people of Australia, glue themselves to surfboards. So here you've got S, so this is the general activity, to surfboards, kayaks and boats, and stay in the surf for hours, days even. They also flee the immense barrier reef and spend days underwater, defending themselves from sharks. So here again it's general idea. So defending themselves from sharks and dolphins. Visit Australia if you like a wide open sky, so plural general concept, dramatic landscapes, the same outdoor activities, fine wines and friendly locals. The Aboriginal people throughout most of Australia believe that in the beginning of time, in the dreaming, there were no visible marks. The world was flat. As time progressed, creatures emerged from the ground and had the power to change from their animal to their human form. So this is it for today. Revise this activity, these exercises, and identify your mistakes and understand them. See you.